Think you can ace a cybersecurity risk interview? Prove it. In an interview, how would you define the primary goal of the risk identification phase? If an interviewer asks you to calculate annualized loss expectancy, ALE, which formula should you provide? Which scenario best demonstrates risk transference in a risk management interview? How should you explain the main difference between qualitative and quantitative risk assessments? An interviewer asks for an example of a corrective control. Which of the following is correct? What is the primary purpose of continuous monitoring in the risk management lifecycle? If a company decides to permanently shut down a vulnerable legacy application, which risk response strategy is this? During an interview, how would you define a key risk indicator, KRI? What is the standard definition of residual risk? Which widely recognized framework provides a structured process for integrating risk management into the system development lifecycle? In the context of the NIST RMF, what is the crucial first step before selecting security controls? An interviewer asks, what is a compensating control? Which is the best answer? How would you distinguish between a threat and a vulnerability in a risk assessment? What does the term inherent risk refer to in the risk management lifecycle? Which risk management metric represents the expected financial loss from a single occurrence of a risk event? What is the primary function of a risk register? Under what circumstance would an organization most likely choose to accept a risk? An interviewer asks, what is the main objective of threat modeling? How do you reply? In the context of control types, how is a network firewall primarily classified? According to standard risk management practices, what triggers an off-schedule update to a risk assessment? If asked for the standard conceptual formula for risk. Which of the following is correct? During the monitoring phase, what is the primary role of a SIEM, Security Information and Event Management System? What is the defining characteristic of a detective security control? An interviewer asks, how do you define risk appetite? What is the correct definition? Which phase of the risk management lifecycle immediately follows risk assessment analysis? What is the primary purpose of conducting a vulnerability scan during the risk assessment phase? In risk monitoring, how do key performance indicators, KPIs, generally differ from key risk indicators, KRIs? What is the primary advantage of a qualitative risk assessment over a quantitative one? Which NIST SP 853 control family specifically addresses the continuous monitoring of security controls? How does risk tolerance relate to risk appetite? If an organization moves its servers to an IaaS cloud provider, which risk strategy are they partially utilizing for hardware failures? What is the primary objective of a security control assessment during the monitoring phase? In quantitative risk analysis, what does the acronym ARO stand for? An interviewer asks, how does a BIA support risk management? How do you respond? Which of the following is the best example of an administrative or managerial security control? What is a risk owner responsible for in the risk management lifecycle? How would you explain the concept of defense in depth to an interviewer? What is the primary goal of the final phase of the NIST RMF, monitor security controls? An interviewer asks, how do you prioritize risks in a risk register? What is the standard approach? Which of the following best describes the exposure factor, EF, in quantitative risk assessment?